It was totally 46 minutes, guys, I swear. I can count. And my food didn't cool fast enough. So. How's everyone doing tonight? I meant to do this like 2 weeks ago. Preferably before November started. So everyone would have the tutorials available from the start. But work got stupid busy and I wasn't able to stream a lot of nights that I was working. So apologies for doing it so late. I'm at least going to get it done. I'm planning on doing 2 tutorials tonight. One for people who are a little newer to the game and just want to get things that are maybe a bit more consistent in terms of time. And I'll be doing one that uses the current world record strats, since the other tutorial that's up right now does not have those. And it's from that's actually from, God, whenever the hell that was in not Best of Nuts, whenever that was in a Big 20. And I mean, it hasn't really been a lot of new stuff discovered since that point, just a little bit. But I figure I can get that updated, and yeah, this is gonna be mostly impromptu. I have not planned anything for this. I'm just gonna be showing it off as I go. But I guess without any further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. So stage 1. The strats for world record and the strats for newbie are a little bit. Oh, you don't have video? Emmerich, why are you not showing up? There we go. Emmerich was being dumb. Just blame Emmerich. We'll go with that. I didn't actually do anything outside of start, so don't worry. I haven't actually done anything. But yeah. Anyway, stage 1 is largely the same outside of one very minor difference, which is basically whether or not you pick up the orb and get the double shot. Getting the orb in stage 1 helps be a little bit more safer in stage 2. But it costs you a little bit of time in the bat chamber and against the first boss. So, where are my states? End of stage 1. Great. Let's make a state here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, you want to jump about halfway through that platform there. Right here. It gets you down to the bottom, scrolls the screen up only one tile. And the enemies will stay on screen, which I believe despawn something right around here. I forget. I actually want to know. I believe there was... Yeah, okay. Here's this... That was the guy. I knew there was a spawn there. I just haven't seen it in forever. If I actually kill all those, this guy is going to spawn. That is why we jump right here, because that causes these guys to get into a position where they're going to stay on screen long enough, so you don't have to deal with him at all. Now, this first pass, I'm going to do the newbie tutorial, which means I'm picking up the orb. And then there's a 3-frame jump right there. The jump over that guy is literally 3 frames. The visual cue for it is basically the K that I jumped from out from under. This one right here. If you're underneath that, all 3 frames are under that K. Yes, it's a rough jump, and yes, I said this is supposed to be newbie friendly. But I mean, we're talking about something that's literally like not even 15 seconds into the run. So if you miss it, it's not that big of a deal. Heck, for that matter, I'll just do that. Because there are backup strats. So basically, go for the 3-frame jump. If you miss it, it's not a big deal. It'll cost you a little bit of time, but it's pretty easy to make up for it. When you're climbing these stairs, walk a little bit on that second step before I need to start making more save states. So I don't have to keep redoing the whole beginning of the stage. I'll make one right after this orb. So I was early on that on purpose. But on the second step, walk a little bit until that green guy spawns, then jump up to the 4th one, then jump up to the 6th one. And always fire that shot, because what happens is the green guy only lunges at you when you shoot. It doesn't matter whether you shoot at it or if you just shoot at nothing, but it will always lunge at you when you shoot at it, when you take a shot. Walk a little bit, jump up. Hello? Thanks for making me look stupid, game. Appreciate that. But just like that, you'll come up the stairs, he'll chase you, and him chasing you, let me show you real quick. If I don't do that, another one spawns up there instead, which is going to cause you to tank an extra hit. And then the rock guys will probably get you. So you just take that shot, leave him on screen. That allows you to walk right past here. Now, if you didn't take any, if you managed to make the 3-frame jump, just straight keep walking. Don't even worry about doing anything else. Just continue to walk. The boulders will not hit you. I'm going to jump early on purpose here. Take a hit. So what you do if you accidentally take a hit there is you just jump one extra time when you get up here. Put yourself at the front of the screen, that way the rocks can't hit you. You end up getting a couple of extra camera movements by doing that, but you'll be able to finish the stage. Okay, so assuming you didn't take the hit, I'm just going to finish the stage like normal. You just walk through these guys. Drop down 2 steps, walk towards the end of that second step, and then jump. If you jump too early, you'll end up... The screen will scroll up earlier rather than later. And you'll end up walking all the way down the stairs. And you'll end up... well, I'll show you. It's easier to just do it that way. I have to do that without taking a hit, though. So if you jump too early, that happens. And you end up walking off the edge there. And why this is important, because in most stages, when the boss spawns is based on the camera's position. This is the only stage where the boss spawning is based on Karnov's position. Which is why we absolutely want to get Karnov to the front of the screen for this stage. Jump from basically the front side of that door, or the right side, we'll call it. You keep walking here. If you look at the screen, I'm going to pause it right about here. So you'll notice where that window is at the very back of the screen, on that gray building. That is the visual cue for when the boss is going to spawn. If you're at the front of the screen, he's going to spawn basically as that is leaving the screen. I'm going to save state a little closer to that. So again, right there. You'll notice all the other enemies despawn. This right here is basically the spawn trigger for this boss. So as soon as that window hits the back of the screen, you turn around, and you just start shooting. And you smash him down, just like that. So to show what the whole stage looks like when you put it all together, jump. I'll explain things as I go. Jump from the middle of that. Middle of that pillar, and then just keep right on walking. The enemies will follow you. Nothing else is gonna spawn. Grab the sword. Jump from the middle of this K. It's a 3-frame jump. If you make it, you'll just. If you make it, you just won't have to do an extra jump up here. If you don't make it, do an extra one. Remember on that second step climbing up to walk a little bit extra to make sure to spawn the green guy, and then shoot to make sure he follows you. Jump from the right side of that door as you come down the stairs. And then when this second window on the gray building hits the back of the screen, you turn around, you jump, and you mash the boss down. And that is stage 1. So, stage 2. Let me make sure I have it saved without it being paused. So stage 2, you're going to deal with these guys at the beginning. Oh wow, I've never seen him do that before. Wow, since when can he do that? I've never seen this. So for safety, you'll just kill him. I've never had that happen, so I've never had to do it before. Ooh, okay, so these jumps are a bit more tricky than they look. You want to jump a little bit early on that first one. You want to jump up to try and start killing it too. And this is going to look a little weird because I take an extra shot when I don't need to. Oop. Yeah, if you jump too late, you'll jump clear over that first platform, so don't do that. The only problem is if when you're trying to shoot this one down, if you don't jump early enough, you're going to land. You're going to end up landing in a bad spot, and you're going to kind of hover a little bit, like that. And now I'm halfway on the floor for some reason. Don't worry about that. But what you're doing here, when you reach the top of it anyway... Oop. Man, I've never had problems with this before. I somehow didn't take any hits. Damn, that's new. So I'm taking an extra shot up there because of this jump down here. When you hit the floor here, you want to jump. The problem is if you do that, if you don't take that extra shot when at some point before you get to that fall, what happens is it's basically a 1-frame jump in order to not get the camera movement. So I'm not going to fire that time. I'm just going to keep walking. And what's going to happen is I'm going to get here, and it scrolls back up. If you don't take that extra shot, it's a frame-perfect jump to be able to get the camera to not scroll back up 1 square. However, firing wastes 4 frames, which puts the camera in a different position, which gives you basically a lot of extra frames to be able to make that jump. I don't know exactly how many. I didn't actually time it or anything. But yeah, just mash those 3 down, take that 1 extra shot. I do it on top of the pillar. You could do it down on the floor here. It doesn't matter. Jump immediately and you should make it pretty much every single time. You'll pick up that extra health there, so if you end up tanking a hit, it's not a big deal. I'm going to make another save state here as soon as I make this jump. So, right. You start jumping up these. If these guys might follow you, just turn around and shoot it if it does. You want to be far... Ooh, that's actually a bad pattern. I've actually seen somebody... seen a couple people now delay this a little bit extra. Ah, too late on that. There's a specific spot where you can jump. Hey, get out of here, you! Like, I saw the couple of guys that are tassing this, do this, and somebody else was able to kind of do it a little bit differently. Well, I don't think we can actually mash quite fast enough to pull it off, unfortunately, in real time. Ooh, I almost did. If that's RTA viable, I'm gonna be pissed. Because that means I have to reroute things. But so far not quite. Sorry, tutorial's partially hijacked by rerouting. Uh-oh, I did that wrong. Wow, I actually did it. I just took a hit and took a hit with it. Just get that extra delay on there. Nope, that was the wrong time. Sorry, tutorial partially on hold while I see if this is RTA viable. It's almost doable. I wouldn't have thought that was actually going to be possible in real time, but apparently it's a lot closer than I thought. If I jumped a little bit later, I would have had that. Way too late. Yeah, I haven't quite been able to get all 6 of them. I still don't have any visual cues for this. No, I'm trying to get all 6 bats down in one jump. Without getting hit. Oh, okay. I'll work on that some other time. I'll actually get back to the tutorial now. That might be RTA viable. I'm going to be pissed if it is, because that sucks to do. And it may cause some other things as well. But anyway, back to the tutorial. I'll just start the stage over real quick. Hello? Power mappers, please. Alright, so again, this is the Newbies tutorial. So if you haven't, if you're just coming in and you're wondering just what I'm doing with this one, it's going to be for people who are a little bit newer to the game and are just looking to complete some, actually get their first runs completed, get a time going. It's not going to use world record strats most of the time, though the two quote-unquote routes are fairly similar. There's just minor differences to try and make completing a run a little more sane. But we are here on stage 2. And what you do here, you'll have your double shot. You'll basically take this guy out. And you don't die like that. That's not the way you do it. You also don't jump too late there. So, again, as I mentioned before, sometimes Karnov's really floaty. You notice how there's like that really big delay before I hit the ground there? The game doesn't always like to let you land. Oh, I understand that, Grub. But for people who may not have played the game before, it might be a little easier to ease into it with some safer strats that get them through the game and it'll actually let them see all the stages, at least in a somewhat speedy manner, but also allow them to complete a few runs from the get-go. And then worry about like the world record strats. Because some of the world record strats are really precise, and if you miss it, you're basically screwed. But yeah, you want to jump early to start shooting at this guy. And just mash all 3 of them down. When you get up to the top, take that extra shot. That way it makes this jump free. And by free, I mean there's... as I mentioned earlier, if you don't shoot at all, it's a frame-perfect jump to not get the camera to scroll back up. But if you fire once, I believe it turns it into like a 13-frame jump, which is basically free. And the screen not scrolling back up saves about a half second. As you're coming up these stairs, if one of the guys follows you, just turn around and shoot him. Let these guys do this. Keep them on screen as long as possible. Oh, nope, this one. You want to keep these guys on screen a little bit. That way it delays this guy firing a shot at you. When you get in here, you can actually literally just... Oh, wow. You can't... Okay. I don't know why the bats didn't despawn that time. Sometimes they do. If he follows you, just turn around and shoot him. Takes care of that problem. If these guys fire weird, just duck. The safe strats basically just stand on the floor and shoot at them like that. That's the safe. That's just ultra safe. You're not going for super fast, but it still is relatively speedy. But you want to try to avoid jumping here if you can avoid it, because it scrolls the screen up. You notice how there's you can see 4 blocks at the bottom of the screen right now. If I jump, wow, game, you're making me look like a liar. Okay, so I did not realize it straight up locks the screen there, so it can't scroll up. But you'll notice it went up 2 tiles and then it came back down 1, so now we're 3. Ideally, you just don't jump over those things like that, but apparently... let me test something out here real quick. I'm pretty sure it still scrolls even once you're in the room. Ah, there we go, okay. So until the screen is locked in place, you can still scroll the screen up. That's why you don't jump over the bullets, for the most part. Because it will scroll the screen up an extra half tile, and that's basically or not half tile, full tile. Every tile that the camera has to move extra costs you a quarter second. Which I know doesn't sound like much, but it adds up a lot when you do a lot of extra, when you end up scrolling it a lot. So just let those guys stay on screen as long as possible. If the bullets look like they're going to catch you, just duck, turn around, shoot at the things on the floor. You can just tank this hit, it doesn't matter. Jump as soon as you hit the ground. You should almost always not scroll the screen back up. It's very possible you might if you delay a little bit too much. Duck. Fire out all those. Walk. Just be ready. Be right up against the door. Wow, I delayed a lot and still got that. I'm surprised. But just stay walking right up against the door, jump as soon as you grab the orb. You'll grab 2 bombs on the way down, and the screen shouldn't scroll back up, usually. With this one, delay a little bit when you get up to the wall. You want to make sure you're far enough forward. I should make it a safe state as well. So we're going to duck this. Shoot all these guys. Grab that orb, grab my 2 bombs. I'm going to make the save state before I hit the ground. Just stay right at the front of the screen, walk up until you touch the wall, then jump up. You want to be far enough forward that when you're climbing that staircase, you don't want to be you don't want to be too far forward jumping up because that will happen. You'll take a hit from that guy before he jumps back. Because he'll spawn, and he doesn't jump back until well after he spawns. Yes, if the second yellow guy jumps up, just turn around and shoot him, because he will chase you all the way up the stairs. And you ideally don't want to take a hit from him, because if you do... actually, I should probably do a backup strat for that. So assuming you accidentally take a hit here... Gonna tank this one right here. So if you end up tanking... Oop, that was wrong. So if you end up tanking the hit, and you're basically a hit down there, what you do is you just fire 3 times when that green guy spawns. Well, 3 times, provided you don't fire too early. But as soon as you see him, just fire, and you can just avoid that hit altogether. So it's not that big of a deal, even if you do take a hit. So yeah, even with... let me reload that. So for this section, like I said, walk up, touch the wall, then start jumping. That'll cause that guy to spawn as you're 1 step down, and that will allow you to get him to despawn himself. Then when you get to these stairs, walk against it until you can see the second step, then jump, and the same thing with the next one. This causes the screen to scroll up 1 tile less. Because if I were to jump up each stair individually, it's going to scroll up a bunch and down a bunch and all that stuff. I'll actually show you what it looks like. So you just jump. Notice how I'm now only 3 tiles up instead of 4 like I was a moment ago. Although that would allow me to walk through the... it would allow you to walk through the knife, because taking a hit before the boss is not a big deal. You just... for the world record strats, you have to take a hit, and you'll probably be taking one for this too. But wait till you see the second step. Same with this one. I jumped early on that one. Like, as soon as you see it start coming on, go ahead and make that jump. I'm going to end up accidentally laying a bomb here. So you're going to take a hit right there. That's basically guaranteed. Because this guy's always going to walk into you. Or those flying dudes are always going to hit you. Which is normal. You normally do not lay a bomb there. Don't do that. So what we're looking at on this, here for a visual cue. You'll notice at the top of the screen there's these mountain peaks, and you see sort of in the middle of the screen there you have that big dip, and then there's a double mountain, and then there's a dip, then there's a single mountain, then there's another dip, and then there's another single mountain, and then there's a very small dip. The small dip is the one you're looking for. You're going to place a bomb directly below this, and then turn around and walk backwards. Actually, I should let me reload this state. So I'm showing you this without having a bomb on the ground. Because normally it's going to look like this. Almost always you're going to get a knife, and yes, you do have to duck that. Your iframes wear off just before the knife would hit you. So no matter if he throws a knife at you, you do have to duck it no matter what. But he's not doing it with the bomb blade, which I'm not sure why, but whatever. So what like I said, what you're doing is you're looking for that small dip, you drop the bomb directly below it, and you turn around, walk back a few steps, and then turn around and start mashing. I'm not mashing very good right now. Whether or not you get a fast or slow bomb is dependent on the in-game timer, and I'm still not 100% sure how it functions. It doesn't function well, I can say that much, but it does kind of function. Bombs explode every 2 clock ticks. So if you drop a bomb, the next clock tick it won't explode, but the clock tick after it will. And this game's in-game timer works really funny in that it doesn't decrement properly while the screen is scrolling vertically. And I also think think it functions on just a global timer, and the it not decrementing properly while the screen is scrolling vertically. I think that's just a display error and not an actual timer error, if I had to make a guess at it, because I've seen it explode at weird times, even though I've seen clock ticks happen because of that vertical scrolling. But from what I can tell, it's probably on a global timer. So whether or not you get a fast or slow bomb is going to be dependent on that global timer, which is partially dependent on how fast you took out the stage 1 boss and how fast you took out the bats. If you get there a little bit late, if you get there and the clock just barely ticked and then you drop the bomb, it's going to take it a little while to explode. Sometimes you get a fast one though, and the fight will go really quickly. Save state, which one? Back to the beginning. I'm just going to show the whole stage. Mash that guy down, mash this guy down, and then just mash this one down. Take one extra shot at the top of that pillar. That's going to delay you long enough so you don't get the screen scrolling back up here. You take a jump as soon as you hit the ground. Just keep running, walking. Start jumping up these. If that guy follows you, turn around and shoot him. Let these guys delay a little bit to let those guys stay on screen longer to avoid these bullets. If you get too many of them, duck under them. Turn around, fire at the bats. Walk right up against the door. As soon as you grab this thing, you jump. You'll take that hit up there. It doesn't make a difference because you're getting the health back anyway. Grab those 2 bombs, touch that wall, then start jumping up here so you don't get hit by that guy. Wait until you can see 2 steps up before you jump up. Doesn't matter if you're a little late on it, as long as you're making the jumps. Just keep walking, duck underneath that knife, drop the bomb below the small dip, turn around and fire, and the bomb will take out the boss, and that's the whole stage. That's the safe way to do this entire stage. Still reasonably quick, much more newbie friendly than trying to do, this stage, it's not really that different, because the only difference is between having single and double shot coming into it. Once you pick up... For world record strats, you basically just have to kill... You have to mash down that guy after the door, so you can get the double shot there. But that's pretty much stage 2. I'm going to go ahead and let it go on to stage 3. Put it down here. Ah, crap. I might have to redo part of stage 2. Yeah, damn it. So making save states for this game is a pain in the ass because I have to hit select to even if I was using quick save and quick load, I'd have to use select to make the state, which is coincidentally uses items, and it uses them while you're paused. Make note of that. So, let me see. This one, I think. There we go. I'll just redo the end of the stage and make a save state before it fades out, and I'll just go from that. Okay, now we'll make a save state. This is true, retro gaming. This is true. It doesn't make you pause the game just to switch items. You switch it on the fly by just pressing the D-pad, because that was also innovative. Alright, so stage 3. You'll be coming into this, whether you're doing world record strats or whether you're doing newbie strats, the beginning of stage 3 is basically identical. You're going to come in with double shot. And your goal is to get triple shot, basically right off the bat. And there's an orb right at the beginning of the stage you're going to be doing that with. But there's an enemy here as well that you need to take care of. You want to jump roughly with that rock. I really wish I didn't have to keep reloading. You know something? Screw it. It doesn't matter if as long as I reload it and make sure I go forward the correct items, it'll be fine. And the bomb isn't necessary here. Ooh, yeah, grub. That is some good advice. Always put the food away after. Always put your leftovers away after eating if you want to save them for later. So using that bomb's not that big of a deal, so I'm just gonna put the save state here. I have to remember to not save over slot 3. But you jump on that rock and then just fire away. And I just did world record strats because I'm a moron. Those aren't safe strats. But jump at the rock and just keep, and just start firing. You'll kill him on your way down. For newbie strats, you're gonna go up like that. Does it save time jumping later for the orb landing on the tree than jumping off and landing on the next platform? So, what you saw me do a moment ago when I said I was doing world record strats, is I was landing at a very specific height on the tree, jumping up once, and then jumping across, and then jumping out across, and doing a shot at a relatively precise point to make sure the camera scrolled the way I want to. Yes, shooting does affect the camera for some dumb reason. But that's not a safe strat. I don't recommend it on your first runs. What I recommend on your first runs is that you jump a little late here, so you're up higher on the tree, and then just jump across from a safe height. You want to land towards the edge to make sure to spawn a couple of those guys. Otherwise, you'll get... Let me show you what happens if you go too far forward. Hey, get out. Hello? There you are. That thing. You want to try not to get that thing to spawn. So you want those little guys to spawn and follow you, so that thing will not spawn. So just jump up the tree, jump up higher than normal. There we go. I got the screen to scroll forward more, so he did spawn. Yeah, jump from the middle of the rock, and then jump a little late, jump up the tree, land towards the edge here. Let these guys spawn, let them follow you. You want to jump roughly at that tree there. That'll put you on that platform, and you can just jump straight across. Ignore that ladder, you don't need it. Just keep right on walking. You'll tank one hit. Oh, wow. I was farther forward than I thought I was going to be. Those guys spawning is based on you staying close to the edge of that platform. That's why you want to kind of hang back for a moment. Probably best to let the camera scroll a little bit ahead of you so you don't end up missing that, end up in that hole. But you jump right at that tree. You just keep jumping straight across. If you let it delay enough... Wow, I didn't take any hits? Sure, game? Okay. This game does weird things sometimes. There we go. Took the hit. Delay a little bit here just so you can see that pit coming so you don't end up falling into it. Okay, now reload that one more time, make another save state about halfway through the stage. You only need one enemy spawn, too, to despawn the fax machine. You don't need 3 or anything. Remember not to save over slot 3, because that's the one from the end of stage 2. Oops, didn't mean to jump. So when you get here, it's going to be the same deal as it was at the end of stage 2. You're going to wait until you can see the next step before you jump. As long as you're pressed right up against it, you will never hit any of these gold guys. Or any of these rock throwers. You'll always jump clean over them. But like I said, just watch the steps. When you see 2 steps up here, show up on screen, go ahead and make the jump. Same thing up these ones. Completely safe. The rock throwers will never hit you as long as you do it this way. So I didn't pick up the boomerang even though I was supposed to. So I'll make another save state when I get there. Which birds are you talking about, Minah? The first set? You mean these ones right here? I didn't know they couldn't spawn, to be honest. Like, I've never seen them not spawn, so I'm not sure. I did stupid jump. Oh, hey. Okay. That would be it. That means you're jumping too early on that tall platform. I actually didn't know that because I never jump early on that one. I always just wait on that one, because I always jump late on the first platform as well. It's not even letting the camera catch up a little bit. Because the only thing I'm doing at the beginning here with letting it catch up is I'm waiting for enemies to spawn anyway. Good job, mate. Walked off the tree. Like, if you do those strats right there, where you do, as I call it, stupid jump, you'll get one guy to spawn, and you'll be far enough back that you're not going to have to worry about camera manipulation anyway. But if you're doing safer strats, where you're not going for stupid jump, and I'm too used to doing stupid jumps, so I keep landing on the wrong part of the tree. If you scroll it up a little bit farther, you are going to want to let the camera catch up a little bit right there, and to make sure enemies actually spawn. And you apparently just want to jump off the front of that tall platform. Yeah, it does, apparently. Like, I'm guessing you just missed the trigger box for where the birds are going to spawn. Hey, Mr. Starbird. I didn't know. I actually did not legitimately know where the trigger box was for those birds. I thought they just spawned no matter what. So, but back to this. So again, with the stairs, just wait until you can see 2 steps up. Make your jumps. Keep walking. You'll always jump over these guys. Like, it's completely safe doing it this way. We're not doing any fancy jumping for camera manipulation right now. It costs about 1.5 seconds, but that's fine. So I'm going to make a save state here. Now you're just going to ignore that orb. You're going to jump. Have I done testing for top versus bottom route here? Yes, bottom route is slower. By a lot. Just save state. So this is how far you have to fall if you're doing bottom row. And you have... Good death. So I think I needed to do it from over here, because the trigger box, I believe, right at the bottom of that thing. I know there's another one right there. It is. Oh, there's birds there too, apparently. So the trigger box there, and then there's another trigger box up here. But the problem is just how far you fall down. There's way more scrolling going this way. Like, you have to scroll the screen way down and then way back up. It's a lot less camera movement staying up at the top. And that's one big thing about this run, is it's all about camera manipulation, since every boss except for the very first one spawns based on camera position. So the idea is you want to, in most stages, have as little vertical movement as possible. So the camera just goes straight over to the boss. Stage 1 is a little bit different because it spawns based on Karnov's position, but that's the only exception to it. So in this stage, going top route does end up being a lot faster because of how deep that hole is. Yeah, you're looking at it's probably a 3 to 6 second loss if I had, or not 3 to 6, probably like 5 to 6 seconds. If I counted, I could count out the number of scrolls, but I don't feel like it right now. I just know that it is in fact slower because of how far it has to scroll down to account for it. So moving on to the boss, since these are safer strats, what you do is you jump right here by this little rock here. You jump up, and that will spawn you a boomerang. That is a guaranteed spawn. It's not going to be any other item. There's some items in the game that are random based on the timer. This one is not. That is a boomerang every time. So you just jump at this little rock. It'll spawn the boomerang. You grab it and you use it immediately. And it's again, the boss is based on camera position, and I got lucky on that throw because I don't remember the timing on this very well. That was way late. Like, I haven't done this strat in a while, so I'm not used to the positioning anymore. But I believe it's basically when yeah, that worked. So it's about when I'll pause the game at the right spot. There. So you notice this giant rock sticking diagonally out of the ground here. When the very back of that is coming on this, like when the very bottom of it at the back side is coming on screen, that's when you want to throw your boomerang. Why not pick up the orb? Because you don't need it. Realistically, you shouldn't anyway. If you really wanted to play it safe, you could. But then you have to delay there to get this to spawn, unless you want to do a 2-frame jump. Because for world record strats, we actually do grab the orb because we need it. But getting the boomerang at that point without stopping is a pain in the ass. It's a 2-frame jump to get it without stopping the camera. I mean, you can grab it, but you're gonna end up scrolling the screen a lot more because you have to jump right there. But realistically, you shouldn't need it. Good job, mate. This is why it's important that you're farther forward on the screen. Oh wow, that didn't hit. That didn't kill it. It's also based on how far you have to actually chuck the boomerang, too. And like I said, I'm not as familiar with this strat anymore because I haven't done it in a while. This used to be world record strats doing this. I guess you do it a little bit earlier then. That should have killed it. Okay, so it's not quite when that thing's hitting the edge of the screen. I was wrong. So again, grab your boomerang. When that thing's coming to the back of the screen, you throw it, and it should kill the boss as long as your positioning's right. You'll have to probably create your own visual cues for it, because I don't remember them very well. But the thing to note with this boss is that he'll fire a couple of his own bullets. One Karnov head from the pointy rock. Sure, that's a good visual cue. One thing of note with this boss, though, is whenever you hit him, he fires an extra bullet. Which is why we need to be able to tank the hit for current world record strats. Just waste that. You'll notice how many bullets he's throwing out now. I can't believe I just did that and survived. How am I living through this? You're not supposed to be able to match this boss down. But you'll notice just how many bullets he's throwing off, because he counters with one every time. What I would do, honestly, is grab the boomerang. If you whiff with it, or if it doesn't kill him, go ahead and take a few shots. Wait, is his health respawning? I think his health is resetting every time I scroll him off screen. Wow, good programming, Data East. So, if you completely whiff with the boomerang, don't worry about it. Just mash, not so much mash him down, but just be mindful with your shots. You can do it like one shot at a time. If you whiff altogether, though, you can run back and grab the orb, and then turn around and mash him down. But if you connect with the boomerang and it kills him, obviously you're going to go on to the next stage. But if you whiff with it a little bit... Now I can't whiff. There we go. If you whiff with it a little bit, just move back a little bit. Don't scroll him off screen. Take a few shots. You'll have done most of the damage. Like, that was a really badly timed boomerang, and I still got him. And sometimes it'll just kill him because it feels like it. But if you hit him and he doesn't die, it's likely only going to be 3 more shots to kill him. That's why the orb isn't really that important. So if you're a little late on it, it'll go through. Could you be consistent, game? That'd be great. I fired that super late and still got the kill. So, I'm not... I won't say that I pretend to know how Karnov works entirely, but... But it's doing things just to try and prove that I don't really know much about it. So, super late. And then it should just... If you don't kill it, it'll likely just take 3 more shots. So that's why that orb isn't really necessary for newbie strats. Where was my save state for this? 3. Oh. It was a different save state I didn't want to save over. Oh well, I can just finish stage 2. That way I can get my bomb back. I need that bomb going forward. That's actually important. Alright, so I'll try to talk you through this one again. Jump at the first rock, smash this guy down, jump a little late, grab the orb, jump up the tree, land at the beginning of the platform, let these guys spawn, that way the fax machine doesn't spawn. Jump late on these platforms and make sure you spawn the birds and not the extra golem. Keep walking forward. If you're too close to the front of the screen, go ahead and go back, let the screen scroll forward a little bit so you can see that pit coming up. Jump up the stairs, you're waiting for the second step up to show up on screen, then you jump. Doing it this way is completely safe. You'll never hit the rock throwers this way. You're going to do this on all of them. I somehow actually have a hit to take, but that's fine. So jump here, grab and use the boomerang. Hello, can you fire please? If your boomerang doesn't kill it, just jump and hit him, shoot him 3 times, and he should die. And I forgot to make a save state. That right there was world record strats, where we do a stupid jump and just hope it works. And we take advantage of the way the game functions. But I'll explain more about that on the next pass where I do world record strats. Uh-oh. Somehow that worked. No, don't reload that. I dropped my bomb. Yes, it is better to fall. In a lot of... You would think it wouldn't be, because you can get more distance by jumping. But with the way this game functions, if you were to jump off of it, you'd get the camera would scroll up again, or it would scroll up an extra tile. Which would delay you getting to the boss, basically. Like, I'll show it off when I get there. I'll show what happens when you jump. If I jump off of it, it scrolls up a full 2 tiles. And you end up at a point where you're gonna have to wait anyway to get this boomerang to spawn. Because if you hit the trigger point for the item, but the item's not, but like this point here, like if this point on the screen is not on screen yet, and you jump at the trigger point for the item doesn't spawn. Hey, no problem. I meant to do this like 2 weeks ago, but work got busy and I just didn't have a chance. But yeah, that's why we don't jump off that ledge, because it actually puts you too far forward to be able to get the boomerang to spawn properly. And because it scrolls the screen up an extra two blocks. It's 2 up and then 2 back down, so it's a full second lost by doing that. But then when you get to the boss, boomerang, even if you have a bad throw, you can just shoot him 3 times and he should die. Okay, now make a save state. So for stage 4, you actually want to be holding the jump button as you spawn in. You normally in this game cannot buffer inputs at all. The exception being during the stage load, while it's loading the next stage. You can hold it at any point. Like I started holding it as the lightning grabbed him, and it still did it. Like you can hold it at any point after the stage victory sound starts, and it will. Oh, okay, I was a little bit wrong there. A little bit wrong. It has to be after the lightning grabs Karnov. So I just hit A. I'm gonna hold it, and it just immediately does a jump as soon as the stage starts. You'll do this on a couple of stages, not too many of them, but just hold it. If you want to be safe about it, just wait for... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Is basically wait for the screen to go black and show you next stage, then hold the button, and you'll get an automatic jump as soon as the stage starts. And you want to do this with this stage, because you want to jump out. Oh, I didn't get bomb skip because I didn't jump fast enough, but that's fine. If you don't get bomb skip, it's fine. Bomb skip is just doing that. Hey, Riverwind. Bomb skip is just not getting those bombs to spawn, which is a very minor time save, because in this game, when you spawn a hidden item, every item that spawns from that one trigger point takes 1 frame to draw. I forget exactly how many bombs there are. We can count right now if we'd like. Shoot that guy. There they are. Okay, so there are 9 bombs there. So by missing bomb skip, you basically lose 9 frames, which isn't much. So it's not a huge deal if you miss it. If you're going for newbie strats, then obviously it's not a big deal. You just compensate a little bit later on, because you're going to get an extra bomb this way. You skip a bomb later. These strats do take into consideration that you're trying to minimize how many items you're picking up, so you don't have extra clutter in your inventory. So again, jump immediately, shoot this, basically mash that guy down. If you grab an extra bomb there, it's fine. Just jump up, just like that. I know that's a little more difficult to explain jumping up there, but you want to land on those exact platforms. You don't grab the ladder, you land on the mask platform, and you want to land on the very edge of the platform right here. If you walk too far, you won't be able to use the mat. Oh, hi. Oh, rock thrower, let me get rid of you for now. You cannot use the mask normally. It can only be used in very specific spots. It'll automatically trigger if you happen to be on the right spot, though. Like it'll automatically put the cursor on the mask so you can use it, and you're using it here because it spawns these clappers, and you want one of these for stage 7. So you absolutely want to grab one of those. It's the fastest one you can pick up. You just use it, jump. You basically just jump through it and grab it, and then you just keep right on going. Yeah, I jumped. Wow, that worked better than I thought it was going to. I didn't think landing on the wrong platform would work properly for that. Oh, okay, so sometimes it'll grab it, sometimes it won't. Sure. So, just plan on landing on the right platforms for your own sanity. Use the mask, jump up, grab that clapper. Try to stay at the front of the screen so you don't get hit by that boulder, and you're just trying to outrun them at that point. Jump at the very end of those platforms, up there at the top, and you shouldn't spawn birds. Keyword, shouldn't. Sometimes it still happens. It's probably just a little bit farther back is what the problem is, why sometimes the birds spawn. But if you jump towards the end of them and you're basically at the front of the screen for the most part, you shouldn't spawn any birds going through there. Now, alternate strategy, if you happen to get hit, like you jump out, that wasn't getting hit. I grabbed 2 bombs though, which normally shouldn't happen. So if you end up tanking a hit, it's fine. You're just going to jump at the beginning of that platform. That'll spawn some birds, but that's fine. You can still basically make up for the whole thing. So if you... Oop, I should probably do things correctly. I am the best at tutorial. So if you take a hit, once you jump up after the gray rock thrower spawns, you're just gonna jump at the beginning of that platform instead of at the end of it, and that'll get you the health power up. Ideally, you don't get him. The reason why he spawns is because you're mashing too much at the beginning. So the reason why he's spawning is because... he spawns because those guys get killed. That's what you want to avoid there. If you mash too much, you're likely to end up accidentally killing them. And you'll end up getting him to spawn. If you just fire enough to kill this first guy, which should only be 4 times, and then you just don't shoot anymore, those guys will spawn and stay on screen, and you'll get the dinosaur behind you. Where'd that bat come from? I didn't know there was a bat up there. So, after you... Pow. Good. Good. This is how Karnov spells. Oh, shit. I'm seeing things I've never seen before. We don't just pause the game. Karnov just pows it. Which version do I consider better between NES and arcade? They are mostly different games. Like, the stage design in both is pretty similar for the most part. A few stages are a little bit different. Arcade Karnov is just straight up unfair, though. Like, completely unfair. And it's extremely difficult. I prefer NES version only because I'm familiar with it. But arcade definitely has things? Question mark? It's a game. It functions. It's a quarter muncher. Hey, what do you know? We're not powing anymore. Now we're actually pausing. See, right there, took a hit. What you do is you get up here, you grab the flapper, stay right at the front of the screen, jump up to the upper platform, and then just jump as soon as you land on it. If the birds spawn, just wait for it to go over your head, and you can still get back to the front of the screen every time. The birds aim for where you are currently, and if you do the jumps the way I do them, you'll end up in a position where the birds are just going to fly over your head like that, and you can just wait it out and then jump off the platform to get down, because you're going to end up at the front of the screen anyway. So again, jump up here, grab the orb. Oh wow, they didn't. Oh, they did. That one I had to do a little weird because I hadn't seen that happen before. Okay, I'll actually make a save state halfway through the stage now. Alright, it's gonna waste a bomb, but I don't care. C64 version? No. Just no. Alright, so at this next section here, what you're going to do is you're going to walk off the edge of both of these. Hi? Color palette? What? Are you drunk? So, wow, that's messing me up. So you're going to walk off the edge of both of them, and you're going to jump immediately after falling off the second one. See, fall, jump. I say that and I screwed up. Fall, jump immediately, and then jump as soon as you hit the ground there as well. And then just just hold right. By doing that, you're going to prevent the camera from scrolling down too much, and you end up saving a bunch of time. So this is a really weird visual cue to explain, because it's not a good one, and I just recognize it because I know what I'm looking at. But this is where you want to jump. And you can kind of see it because there's a black line down below. You can try and mash, but it's probably not the... Like, I mean... Let me try mashing here. Whoops, I did it early. Like, you can mash it if you can mash decently. Like, I'm not sure how good of a masher you are. If I just do normal mashing, see right there, I missed it. Hey, hi Rexon, thank you for the host. Welcome to the Karnov tutorial. We're going through the Newbie route first, and then I'll be doing World Record Strats route afterwards. So if you're looking for the World Record Strats, it'll be a little bit, but I will be highlighting both of these afterwards. So nobody worry about missing anything. I will absolutely make sure they get highlighted once I'm done with the stream. That almost worked, and it shouldn't have. But I mean, you can mash those if you want, and you might get, and it might, you might not end up scrolling the camera extra. It's not that big of a deal, even if you do scroll it a little extra. Like right there, it's scrolled, and then right here, it's scrolling extra. Like even if you do end up scrolling it extra, it's not that big of a deal. It's just gonna mess up your position when you get up here, and your jump, the jump up to these things is going to be different because you're going to be in a different camera position. Dang, 901. Bopping Toad's second place. Congrats on that, Hyrexen. That's really good. I mean, mashing isn't really necessary on those two because the timing isn't very strict on either one of them. Like if you just do it right about when you hit the ground, you'll be fine. Ooh, I walked over it. There's a visual cue here I want to try and explain that's not the easiest thing to explain. There. So you see where Karnov's standing right now. If you look below him at the rocks, you'll notice there's kind of like a black line in between them. Not one tile down, but like 2 tiles down. You can kind of see this black line going on here. And you can also see it right about here as well. It's not the best visual indicator, but it's all I've got for jumping right here. But that's when you want to jump, is right here, basically. Because that's going to get you up to the... Wow, there's a lot of Guy B-Fly there. But you just jump at that crack, and it'll put you right on the platform every time. For newbie safe strats, you basically just mash him down as soon as you see him. You don't have to. Like, you can leave him up, and it's not that big of a deal. But you absolutely want this boomerang. And the thing here is, to get that boomerang and land back on the same platform is a frame-perfect jump. And I'm not recommending... This is one of the reasons why world record strats don't do this anymore. Is because of that frame-perfect jump, and because it's actually slightly slower. Also, this is as far as you can walk into a platform normally. But you can actually get a little bit farther in by just tapping right. Because this game is well programmed. So what you're gonna do for more friendly strats, jump at that crack. You're gonna jump up here, just jump straight up to the platform, jump out, grab it. You're gonna land one platform down, and then mash this guy down afterwards. The gold rock throwers also generally only... They'll throw on their own, but they will generally only... They'll mostly only throw when you shoot them. So you're just going to jump out, grab it, you'll land back on this platform, jump up and mash this guy down as you're jumping. The boulders should not hit you. And you just continue on over. As long as you can take a hit, don't even worry about what happens with those volcanoes. If I want to make another save state, I'm going to have to burn an item for it. Let's go ahead and make one right here. It's going to use the boomerang, that's fine. your sub. Relin McStone, thank you for the 12 months. Hey, that is almost a year or something. It actually is a full year, and you just got yourself your new sub icon, because I actually finished those within the last month. Well, thank you for the full year, Relin. Means I just lost track of what I was trying to say because I'm great at words. But thanks for the year. I really appreciate it, man. It means words are hard. Yes. Words are definitely hard. And anyone who hangs around the stream who's been hanging around the stream for any length of time knows that words are not my strong suit sometimes. But anyway, back to Karnov and all his glory. So as long as you can tank a hit, you don't have to worry about these volcanoes at all. You don't really need to worry about any hits after this point. So having an extra, this is the reason why you grab the orb at the beginning if you take an initial hit, is so when you get to these things, if they're being trolly and they just decide to fire, if you take a hit, it's not a big deal. Somehow I didn't get hit there. Oh, I should probably get rid of that boomerang while I'm doing this. So what you're going to do is when you see a guy spawn, alright, game. I need to throw that boomerang because you can't fire bullets while the boomerang's on screen. So you see him spawn. When you see him spawn, hello, game, please stop making me look like a moron. Alright, so there I took a hit. So you see him spawn, you just jump and mash a little bit, take him down. You will normally get 2 of them. But the game's only giving me 1, but it's fine. When you get to the ladder here, just jump up, land roughly in the middle. You have to land farther over than this. You gotta be more than halfway onto it. You land on the ladder and then just jump back up and grab the wings. The wings are necessary to for the boss strats here. Oh, can I make this jump, please? Jump up, grab it here. So what we're going to do here, I don't really want to burn that clapper, but I know I'm going to have to if I want to make another save state. Was I going from 5, or was I going... whatever, I'll just put it on 2. Okay, so right here, after you grab the wings, you do this. The screen will have caught up by this point. You're going to start walking forward. You don't want to just keep walking, though, because this guy will spawn. And you really don't want to have to deal with him. This guy, I call him Poverty Starman. But to avoid doing that, you just jump. Wow. I've just got this so muscle memory committed that I just don't remember where the trigger point is. Right here. That's the trigger point. So you want to jump over. Oh god, please don't hit me. So the trigger point is literally where I'm standing. So I guess in terms of visual cue, you use these slightly darker brown squares in the background. You notice I have like 4 of them that kind of almost look like windows in a sense. You just want to jump over the the right half of the second one. So you don't really have to walk that far after grabbing the wings. For that matter, I think you can just jump. Yeah, you can just jump immediately. So, Alright, so just to make it easier, jump up, grab your wings, jump immediately when you hit the ground, and you'll go right over that spawn point. No need for visual cues. Jump too early. So grab the wings, jump over that spawn point. And you'll notice the wings are flashing right now. Similar to the mask earlier, wings can only be activated in very specific spots outside of Stage 8. Stage 8, you can use them freely, but we'll get to that when I get to Stage 8. Also, try and kill these guys just to kind of get them out of your hair. If you leave any of them alive, they will try to run into you once you use your wings. Now, I'm down one bomb because I used one for a save state earlier. You want 2 bombs coming out of this stage. If you did not hit bomb skip at the beginning of the stage, and you collected 1 or 2 bombs there, don't collect any of those bombs. Just skip them entirely. If, however, you did get bomb skip at the beginning, which is just jumping really quickly at the beginning in order to not trigger them. If you did get bomb skip, you'll be at 1 bomb right now, and you want to grab just 1 of them. So if you hit bomb skip, you'll do it this way. So just grab that 1 bomb and call it good. If you didn't hit bomb skip, just don't grab any of them. You use your wings, regardless of which way you're doing it, just use them. As soon as you get over here, it's basically as soon as the So you'll notice, if you look down there, if you look at the back of the screen, that the platform is not fully on screen yet. It's half a tile from being off screen. When that goes completely off screen is when the boss is going to spawn. And you should be farther ahead on the screen than normal, because you're flying up and the game scrolls weird. Well, kinda. Or actually, no, you'll be in the middle. You're literally just gonna do this. That is the whole boss strat. And this is why we want wings. Hello? Grab it. Grab it. I was a pixel too low. Yes, don't do that in your run. Also, I do not endorse the Karnov drinking game. Namely, when Karnov does something you weren't expecting, you take a drink. I do not endorse this because it will probably kill you in one night. So yeah, the boss spawns. Just start mashing as soon as you get in here. You want to line up the your top bullet to be hitting her, and you just move down as she does. You move down at the same speed she does, so you're not going to get out of position, but you're just aiming to have the top bullet hitting her face. Just like that. That's literally the whole strat. Does Tropicana help with the Karnov skills? Unfortunately, no. I just like Tropicana. It has nothing to do with Karnov. So yeah, one more time. Grab your wings, jump over that guy's spawn point, kill a few of them. Burn your wings. Grab a bomb if you missed bomb skip. Don't grab it if you didn't. And then just mash your boss down. So let me go back to the beginning of the stage. That's stage 3. Is it this one then? There we go. That's stage 4. No, you want 2 bombs. See, I missed bomb skip there, so now I have an extra bomb. So I won't grab one later. I only had one in that save state because I had to burn one to make a save state. Okay, I completely hit that jump early. Okay, we'll do that again. I'll actually explain things. So, again, hold A coming into the stage. If you grab a bomb there, it's not a big deal. Grab your mask on the way up, land on the edge of this to grab your clapper. Stay right at the front of the screen. If you need the extra health... Wow, One, I don't know how I did that without taking a hit, and 2, I did it completely wrong, so I'm going to redo it. So, hold A as you come into the stage. Jump up on these platforms, grab your mask, use it here, grab your clapper, stay at the front of the screen to avoid getting hit by this guy. If you don't need the orb, just walk off that ledge and jump at the front of those 2 blocks. That will allow you to not spawn the birds. Fall twice here, jump immediately when you hit... to the second fall, and then jump immediately when you hit the ground. Jump at this crack to get onto the stairs. Jump up to this one here, grab your boomerang, jump up and mash this guy down. As long as you have a hit to take, it doesn't matter what these volcanoes are doing. When you see Guy B-Fly spawn here, you just jump and shoot him. Turn around, grab your wings, jump over this guy's spawn point. Mash everything down, use your wings. I'm not going to grab the bomb because I already have 2. And then just mash the boss down and follow her down. Keep holding down afterwards because that's what's going to allow you to hit the ground. The stage actually physically cannot end until you're standing on the ground, on solid ground. So you can't just hover in the air and the stage will end anyway. So you want to continue to hold down even after the boss is dead so you hit the ground sooner. So, I have a slot 5. We'll use that. So, that is stage 4. Here's stage 5. You're gonna do the jump buffer at the beginning of this one as well. Hold A coming into the stage. So you just make a full jump. It does scroll the screen up once, but it's way better than falling. So you just walk off the edge, you're going to fall, you're going to hit that, and then you're going to do this, and you're going to be way back on the screen this way. It's going to make it more difficult to... I don't even know if I can dodge all the fish this way. Yeah, you don't want to be that far back on the screen. You want to be at the front. That is why we jump. So you're just going to jump. You want to stay right at the top of the screen. You don't want the screen to scroll down at all. So I usually hold up right during this part instead of just right, so I don't accidentally hit down. I'm just going to keep swimming until the troll dragon spawns. Now, right about here, you can't see the troll dragon because I'm paused. When the troll dragon is low enough that you can start shooting at it, you're going to turn around and start firing. And I'm going to be giving you guys 2 different versions of this because the world record strats and the newbie strats are basically identical, but there is one extra bit of safety you can take if you really want to. So again, we're going to wait until the green dragon comes low enough. You just turn around, mash him down, and then keep going. As soon as you see that merman, you start moving down. You're going to put Karnov's head just below... You're facing down at this point. When his head gets below... Merman, get out of here. I mean, this is the position you want to be at, but when his head basically hits this diagonal right here, that is when you're going to start moving right. Or when you're going to stop moving down, I should say. Hello? Please. Please agree with me. These fish will never hit you as long as you're at the front of the screen like this, so don't even worry about them. So again, see the mermaid, start heading down. When you get past that diagonal with his head, you'll stop moving down. Now, if you don't go down far enough, it's fine. When you run into this thing, you can just go down and around it. It's not a big deal. Go up to avoid the clam and stay way up here. I usually go until about basically 4Ks in, and then I'll go down a couple of blocks. I'll make another save state in the center of the stage. That dragon takes 6 shots, by the way. So yeah, not down far enough. As soon as you run into it, just go down and around it. Not a big deal. 4Ks in, you're gonna go down. You're just gonna go straight down because you actually want to let the camera catch up at this point. I didn't make it. Actually, no, it's not. Now it is. I am the best at save states. Just want to point that out. Alright, so 4Ks, then you just go down. Generally collect this K right here, and that'll mean you're down far enough. You're going to let that bullet pass over your head, and you're going to let the camera catch up till Karnov's roughly in the center. So right about now, we're going to start moving. When you see a merman, you're going to swim up. Oh wow, that didn't work the way I was expecting. You want to leave that clam on screen long enough, though, that he fires straight up. Or not so much that it... Let me rephrase that. You want the bullet on screen when you swim up, because it will usually despawn the dragon. You notice how the bullet was there, and then the dragon did not spawn, whereas if I were to do it... this way, and just goes all the way up, there's the dragon. He's usually going to spawn if you do that. So halfway, when you see the merman, you start moving up. Leave the clam on screen so you get the extra shot. When you get up to the top here, though, put Karnov's flippers just below the surface of the water. And that'll cause that fish to miss you. And then swim... Once the first volley of shots has been fired off, you can go ahead and go... you can go ahead and go back up. Like, these guys are both going to shoot. When you get to the end, you just climb out. You just climb the ladder, quote unquote, the rocks to get out. Jump a second time. You can mash that bird down. And whether or not you feel confident in your mashing is going to determine what kind of strat you use here. You want to delay a little bit on that second step, though, so you make sure to spawn the birds properly. My mashing is terrible right now. But yeah, if you're comfortable with mashing, you can do that. There is an alternate backup strat that if you happen to take a hit at some point during the stage, this is the strat you'll want to use, because you need to be able to tank a hit to do the mash strats on the boss. If, however, you take a hit, like I'll intentionally take one here, what you'll do is you'll do these strats. You'll get hit by a merman that has a bad hitbox. So again, take a hit. Avoid the merman. You can leave that clam on screen. What you're going to do is you're going to swim in here. As soon as you get the clapper, use it. It'll get rid of all the enemies. Grab the boomerang. And then just go up and swim around. Fish! Why was there fish there? You might have to kill a couple of enemies. I'm not super familiar with this strat. I'll say that right now. But you're just going to use the boomerang you just picked up, and as soon as he spawns, just throw it. Like, you'll get him every time. Unlike Stage 3, where you can spawn him, and then the camera keeps scrolling, in this stage, he spawns at the very back of the screen, and you can't scroll it any farther. So the boomerang's going to hit the edge of the screen, that's going to kill him every single time. So if you take a hit during the stage, or if you do things like that, or you're not very confident in your mashing, just do this instead. Grab the clapper, grab the boomerang, kill a couple of fish with your shots. And you just have the boomerang to work with here, and literally just throw it. You can be super late on it and it'll still get him. So if you take a hit during the stage, grab the clapper, grab the boomerang, and use the boomerang on the boss. If you don't take a hit and you feel comfortable with your mashing, do the mash strats instead. Uh-oh, I scrolled the clam off screen, so I'm going to get Troll Fit, I'm going to get Troll Dragon. Have to wait for it. Okay, that works. I'm too far back to do mash strats, though, I think. It's not that it doesn't always spawn the dragon. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Usually it does, I should say. But you're using that clapper to get rid of the seaweed and potentially a fish or something. You're just doing it to clear enemies out, because that thing is a... Like, if you watch what happens if I don't use it. You have all these enemies kicking around, and they're going to be shooting at you. Using the clapper is just a quick and convenient way to get rid of them. I mean, you can do it without it, for certain, but the clapper is just kind of a convenient way of handling it. Troll Dragon, where are you here now? Alright, so I'm gonna continue as if you, didn't do safe strats there. Yes, Karnov. The month where everybody gets together and runs Karnov, because it's Karnov. I'll just use boomerang strats, because why not? Okay, That stage, well, I'll show the whole thing. I should probably show the whole thing. Save state, please. So again, hold A as you come into the stage. So you do the buffer jump, land at the front, hold right and up while you're in the water to make sure you don't accidentally hit down. You don't want to scroll the screen down at all. The fish won't hit you. When you see the troll dragon, you turn around, you fire basically 6 times to kill it. When you see the merman, you actually start diving. You're going to go down this far so you can see the K's. That'll get you underneath that stalagmite there. Or stalactite, I forget which is which. Let me do it one more time because I'm getting behind on my explanations. So yeah, buffer jump, hold upright while you're going through the water. Like, this is a relatively easy stage. Enjoy the Karnov flippers because you only get to see them in this stage, by the way. 6 shots to kill Troll Dragon. As soon as you see Merman, you dive. If you can see the K's, you scroll the screen down far enough. Go down below that. Go back up so you don't get hit by the clam. At K number 4, you dive down a little bit and let the bullet go over your head. When you see the next Merman, swim up a little bit. And then when the clam shoots, then swim up the rest of the way. So Troll Dragon is spawned. Put Karnov's flippers just below the surface of the water. That way you don't get hit by that fish. Climb for the end here. Wait on the second one so you can kill Bird. Wow, I was way late on that. The one thing I actually just realized I didn't say anything about, that's not the right save state, is when the boss spawns. Visual cue for that. Oh, thanks, Retro Valkyrie. Nice to know people are fans of the games I play. Games, quote unquote, with big question marks after it. So the visual cue for this boss is basically when you see that junk go off the back of the screen there. I should have paused a little bit earlier to show it a little better. Oh, hi. No, whatever, I'm just showing it. I'm just showing off visual cues. So you see that stuff, I'll pause it right here. So you see all that junk at the back of the screen there. The boss spawns when all that junk disappears. Right now, you don't see any junk. There's a little bit of it there. You can see, if you look like 2 tiles down from the top, you can see one section that's a little bit more fuzzy than the rest. I blame Amarak for not showing it off that well. But there's just a little bit of junk left on screen right there. As soon as that scrolls off, that is when the dinosaur spawns. So that's your visual cue, as you're looking at the back of the screen, and when that stuff disappears off, that's when you're gonna take your cue to jump and start mashing. Man, I am just off on my mashing today. I have not managed to one-cycle him. Yeah, it is. Back of the screen just happens to be a good visual cue for a lot of bosses in this game. It's dumb, but it is. But it is what it is. Alright, let's actually make a save state for end of stage. Stage 6 is really simple, and stage 6 is actually one of the stages that's completely identical regardless of whether you're doing a newbie route or whether you're doing world record route. Like, the strats are literally identical. And for that matter, stage 5 is also identical, unless you're doing the boomerang strats. If you're not confident in your mashing, or if you take a hit, that's when you deviate a little bit on that. But stage 5 is basically identical as well. But stage 6, you're going to start out, you're going to have these guys spawn right here at the beginning, and when you see that first one spawning, you want to just jump. If you wait until you can fully see it, you're going to be too late. And you ideally don't want to take a hit, but it's not that big of a deal if it happens. Because you have access to an orb pretty early in. But as soon as you see him start to spawn, go ahead and jump. When this knife's about to hit you, jump up. The hitbox in that knife is not very good, and you can be practically in Karnov's skull before he'll actually take the hit. You'll grab those boots on the way up, jump over that guy to spawn the wings, and then through this section you're just going to keep jumping. Except for right there. Or rather, I jumped wrong there. Oop, I jumped early on that one. So yeah, just wait for this guy to spawn. When you can see it, jump over him. When the knife's about to hit you, jump up, grab your boots. Jump over this guy, spawn your wings on the way down, grab the wings, jump over that pillar, and then jump very close to those stairs. Getting the wings in this stage actually costs no time at all, because you have to wait on this bomb anyway. Like, there's no way around it. I mean, there is a way around it. You could just climb the tower and watch out the stage 1 boss spawn about 6 times. And then jump way back down, but you can use... By the way, you can use wings up there. I don't recommend going up there, by the way. You can bomb this from this side. Oh, it does work. I was fully expecting it to be where you bomb it from the back and the game just doesn't register it for some reason. Because Karnov? I should probably see exactly what these spawn points are so I can give you better visual cues than just keep jumping. Alright, so there's one, I believe it's on this... Hello? Where is it? Hello? There it is. Alright, so it's this blank spot in between these two pillars. That's the trigger. This is where you want to jump over. So basically, when you get to the third pillar, that's when you can jump. Ooh, okay. Don't do that. Don't quite do that. Because you might miss the bomb. So let's try this again with better visual cue. Grab wings. There we go. Jump at second pillar. So here we are, grab the wings, second pillar, jumps over that spawn trigger, over the ladder. You spawn to stage 1 boss if you walk over where that ladder is. Okay, so it's actually the spot after it. We're just farming points. But you want to jump. You want to basically jump when you get to the ladder, roughly. Jump at pillar 2. Jump as soon as you hit the ground. Grab bomb. It'll automatically put your cursor on the bomb, so you can just drop that one immediately. And you just keep walking right into the wall. Just let it go. If you take a hit, grab that orb. If not, you can still grab it. It doesn't cost anything. But just keep holding right. And that's pretty much going to be more or less the rest of the damn stage. There's a couple of enemies you got to kill, but that's it. Like, this stage is super simple. Got a slow bomb there. You're just going to hold right, jump over this guy. If you jump early, you'll have to jump over these guys too. And then over this knife. And then you're supposed to kill him, but I didn't. You jump really close to him, though, you'll jump over the spawn trigger for those guys, and it makes this a bit easier. Get 2 of these guys, just mash them down, and there's not going to be one at the 3rd one. When you get to this point, though, you can just start mashing these guys down. If you take a hit, it's not a big deal. 1, you shouldn't need it for the boss anyway. 2, there's an orb right there if you just jump at the same spot I did. Yeah, let me do it again. I'll do an early jump this time. Get these guys to spawn. You jump early and you have to jump the knife. Just start shooting when you jump it. Wait for it to get really close. Jump and kill those guys. If you want an extra orb, just jump basically at that seam that you saw me jump at this spot here. Jump as soon as you cross this and the orb will spawn right there. I think there's another one around here too. I just don't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. Found it! So I guess if you just jump and you get into like this position here, roughly, there'll be an orb that spawns here too. Hey, Matt. Obviously you're not going to need both of them. So basically just jump at this seam, you'll spawn the orb here. Realistically, you shouldn't need it, because you're just going to be using a bomb against the boss anyway. She's going to keep walking. When you're going to see the boss spawn, drop a bomb underneath it, jump, start mashing. She'll take the bomb damage, and you need like 3 shots to kill her. Like, it's that simple. That boss is really unfortunate. So again, when you see those guys spawning, jump. So you can clear them. When the knife gets close, jump over that. Jump closer to that guy so you get the wings to spawn. Jump at the 2nd pillar. And then jump immediately again to grab the bomb. Drop the bomb, wait for it to explode. Complain that it's taking too long for the bomb to explode. Jump over this guy. The closer you are, the better, because then you won't spawn those guys. If you do spawn them, jump over the knife. Shoot this guy while you're in the air. If not, just shoot him anyway. Same with this guy. You're going to take him out. When you see the little blue fuzzball, start jumping and shooting just to take them out. If you need to grab an extra orb, you jump here. You'll grab it on the way down. Jump over this guy's 2nd shot. Drop a bomb directly under the boss. Turn around, jump up, start shooting, and she dies before she hits the ground. That is literally all of stage 6. Took me, like, not even 5 minutes to explain that whole stage, and it's taken me 2 hours to do the previous 5 stages. That is how simple stage 6 is in comparison to everything else. And now, stage 7, which is the bitch. So you're going to start off, you're just going to let these guys jump over you. As long as you keep walking, they will always jump when they get near you and will not hit you. So this is 100% consistent, so you don't have to kill these guys at all. Just keep right on walking. Guy B-Fly is just going to keep jumping over you. You're just going to jump up on the first one, the second one, the third one. Don't shoot any of them. Just walk right through them, tank the hit. Now right here you see some birds. So these birds are weird. Sometimes that bottom bird will despawn itself. Sometimes it won't. And I don't really know the rhyme or reason for it. But whether it despawns or not does actually matter. So it's probably going to despawn every time. Nope, not that time. I actually jumped at the right spot, too. What do you know? I was going to say, there's a spot you have to jump at. I jumped at the right spot and didn't even freaking realize it. So walk past these birds. If the bird despawns itself, you'll want to jump right there to go over a spawn trigger. Oh, I'm going to die. If it despawns itself, you'll need to jump over some other enemies. You saw them the first time. It was those green soldiers with the swords. You'll need to jump over those because they'll spawn if that bottom bird if it actually despawns itself. If it doesn't, you can just keep walking. Where is it? Okay, right there. Thought I hit it enough times, but oh well. So you jump there. If you want to jump over this guy's spawn trigger, it's right here. It's right after these little dents in the wall here. That's a lot of birds. Any more birds? So, if the bottom bird despawns, ideally you try to just jump over this tile right here. If it does despawn though, you'll probably end up triggering it. You can just jump over him; it's not a big deal. But when you get to birds, when you get to these dents in the wall here. You want to jump, that way you go over this guy, over this Ghetto Starman's spawn trigger. So you just jump here, that puts you over the top of it, or puts you over the trigger itself. I'm gonna reload the stage so I'm in the right spot, camera-wise. Okay, missed that jump. Hey, it looks like a Starman before Earthbound was even a thing. But it looks like a really low-quality Starman, so it's, you know, Ghetto Starman. I don't make the rules on naming things. Anything that looks poverty, you gotta name Ghetto. So yeah, jump at that dent in the wall, and then when you get up here, you don't want to walk on that spot because you'll spawn Guy B-Fly. It's only this one trigger spot, though. So you want to jump one block or whether there one full stone tile up to the stairs here. So you jump from there and you start climbing the stairs. You actually want to do these jumps really, really quick so you can get to the top a lot quicker, because the camera's going to have a hard time following you. So yeah, jump those dents in the wall, then jump one tile before the stairs, climb the stairs quickly. I'm gonna make a save state at the top of the stairs, basically. Alright, right there. Since I'm in the air, I can actually not use an item that'll help. So if you jump over this thing, you want to clear that entire top block. And you grab the ladder on the way down. Now... Oh, wow, he did walk far enough for it, I wasn't sure. This is where you want to place the ladder, right here. Is that where those dents in the wall are at the ground. You're going to jump once, jump twice, and then the third jump you're going to jump through that orb and you're going to grab it. That's going to give you your hit back from the beginning of the stage. So grab the... You want to wait a little bit on the left side, though. You want to wait on that left side, and then move right as you're before you, in a way that's going to allow you to grab the ladder on the way down, and then just continue to hold right. Because when you grab an item, it automatically puts the cursor on that item that you just picked up, and you want it on ladder right here anyway. So. You want to grab it and just continue to hold right through the whole thing. That way you don't have to fiddle around with your inventory at all. And up to this point, you shouldn't have had to fiddle with it at all. So usually, like, basically when you're diagonally up left one tile from it, or rather when you jump over, when you reach about that single block there on the left, you see how there's two single blocks in the middle. When you reach the lower one there, that's when you can start holding right. You'll grab the ladder. You're gonna drop it at this thing here. Now, if you want to be risky about it, you can start mashing and see if you can get it early. But if you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend it. Just wait for the screen to stop. Drop the ladder, jump up once, twice, grab this thing, and as soon as you hit the top, since the way your icons would have worked, since you use the ladder, your inventory is going to default to boomerang, and then when you grab the orb, it's going to shift it one to the right onto the clapper, and you're just going to use that as soon as you get up to the top here to kill that mummy. Just like that. So as soon as you land, use the clapper, that guy will despawn. So weird things happen up here. Let's not worry about what I'm actually standing on right now. For some reason, it sometimes will spawn 2 layers instead of 1. I don't understand why. It just kind of does. Yes, because Karnov. But from here, what you're going to do, you're just going to drop right off the edge here. You don't need your ladder back. You're literally not going to use it again. However, I'm going to grab it because there's a glitch I can show off with it. Because you killed that mummy up there, this staircase, that block disappears. Good programming. Oh. I'm like, wait a minute, did it spawn me farther ahead? No, no it didn't. Did Karnov or Bad Dudes come first? I actually don't know. So yeah, grab your orb, burn your clapper, kill Mr. Mummy there. Walk off the edge here, walk over, fall through the block. Now, what you're going to do here, because there's going to be a bat that spawns. Oh, wow, he didn't spawn. Oh. Okay. That's good to know. I actually never knew there was a trigger spot for that bat. I always thought it just spawned automatically. Now we know. Uh-oh. Please don't kill me. So apparently you can just jump over the trigger for that bat, which is going to make getting over these mummies a hell of a lot easier. I literally didn't know there was actually a trigger spot for that bat. I thought it was literally, it just forces you to hit it. So basically jump as soon as you land, so you jump over the trigger spot for the bat, and then you can just jump over the mummies and it's basically free. No, not new strats, because we do something, for world record strats, we do something that allows us to get farther to the right there, but it requires a jump with a 2-frame window. Would help if I hit save state and not load state. Oh, okay. This time the block decided not to spawn. That's fine, I guess. I still took a hit. It's actually not a big deal if you take any hits. Climbing these stairs is pretty basic. You have the rock throwers on the way up. Ideally, you wait until they throw to jump jump up the next staircase. You wait for the rock to go over you. When you get to the top, just mash that gold guy down as you're jumping up to this one here. Like just mash right there, and you'll get him. Hey, referee. So yeah, just jump immediately when you hit the ground, then jump over the 2 mummies. As you're climbing the stairs, try not to be a moron like I am right now. Wait for these guys to throw before you jump, just let the rock pass right over you. Mash this guy down when you're going up to the last one. You'll grab that orb right there. If you took a hit, that's why it's not a big deal, because you can basically get it back right there. I'll make a save state when I get up there. Uh-oh, that's too far. Yes. If they mime throw, you can jump earlier. You don't have to wait for the rock to pass over. What's happening there is it's not even so much that they're mime throwing, it's that they're spawning the rock and trying to throw it, but the rock spawns off screen, so it just never spawns. The boss is super simple. This is why you brought the boomerang with you from stage 4. So head away on that rock. That one's a mine throw. That one's not. You jump up there, mash the gold guy down, mash the bat down, grab your orb, burn the boomerang, and your positioning... I need to make a save state right there so I can actually show it. Right here. This is when I will normally jump. And for this stage, you're actually looking at the front of the screen and not the back. Unlike every other boss cue that I was giving you. This stage is at the very front of the screen. What you're looking at here is, you notice those two, they're like much lighter colored, and they look kind of like pillars almost. What you're looking for is for that second pillar to be exactly one tile in. You can also, I guess, use that upper right corner. You see that almost Tetris block up there? It's like how do I describe that thing? It looks like a boomerang. It looks kind of like a boomerang up there in the upper right, right before the gold colored stairs, the gold colored blocks start. When that is at the very edge of the screen, I guess that's probably a slightly better visual indicator. I just use the dark and the light spots on the background, but you can use either one, whichever one works better for you. When that is basically the edge of the screen, which I'm gonna have to reload the state now because I'm already past it. Okay. I'm not sure what just happened, but it used 3 items and it didn't do anything. Okay, so I'll just burn the bomb to do this. So yeah, when that hits the very edge of the screen, like however you use that visual cue, you just jump and throw the boomerang, and you're aiming to throw it. I missed the shot. This is hard. This is hard to pause on and fire the stupid thing. Right there. Okay, so that's a pretty decent visual indicator. You're aiming to have the boomerang basically hit that dent in the wall there. If you look at the lighter colored pillar there, you have that dent. It kind of looks like almost an opening in the pillar. You're aiming to put the boomerang right through that spot. So 3 tiles up, if you will. And it's basically a guaranteed kill if you get it in that right spot. Yeah. Okay, a giant H. That I can see that. And you're basically looking to throw it right down the middle of the H. As long as you have the throw timing correct and you get it in that spot, you will basically get a kill every single time. Even if he jumps. Once in a while, though, he will jump at a weird interval and it will mess it up and you might not get the kill and you'll have to mash him down afterwards. I missed the shot. Oh, I didn't miss the shot. I think I just respawned his health. I had no business not taking damage there. If the boomerang hits, though, at least a little bit, you should be fine. Like, you should only need a handful more hits. But as long as you put it through that hole every single... As long as you put it right down the middle of the H every time, you should get it. Oh, so there's nothing actually back here. There's just a wall. That's it. But that is why you lug that boomerang with you all the way from stage... all the way from stage 4. Whew, man, getting more tired than I thought I was going to. This is also taking longer than I thought it was going to. I was thinking each one was only going to take maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. We're at 2.5, and I'm not done the first one yet. I might have to do the world record strats one tomorrow night instead, because I'm getting a little more tired than I planned on being. But just to show off the whole stage. Again, just let these guys all jump over you. Keep walking. They won't hit you. Jump up all the platforms. When you get on the last one, fall. We used to take upper route strats. They are about a full second slower, so we don't do that anymore. If this guy spawns, jump over them. Jump at that... Trying to talk while actually playing and keeping up with my playing is difficult in a game this short. But yeah, let those guys follow you, jump up the pillars, you'll take a hit. Fall down here, you shouldn't take a hit. If you do, I don't know what happened, don't blame me. But you jump at that set of wall dents, you jump over a Ghetto Starman, jump a full block before the stairs so you don't spawn Guy B-Fly. Jump as fast as you can up the stairs to try and, so you don't so you're far enough forward on the screen, wait for the screen to catch up, pop your ladder, grab the orb at the top of it, burn your clapper so that guy dies, jump because there's probably an invisible platform there, if not, don't worry about it. Walk over here and just fall down. When you hit the ground, jump immediately over the spawn trigger for the bat, and then jump over the two mummies. Start climbing the stairs. If they mimic throw, just jump immediately. If they don't mimic throw, wait for the rock to pass over. Mash this gold guy down and the bat. Use your boomerang, and then throw right down the middle of the H as the edge of the H is at the edge of the screen. That is how stage 7 works. Complicated, but not complicated at the same time. Alright, so stage 8. This is the stage where you can freely use wings at any time. Because otherwise... well... That worked. So stage 8, you have to fly to be able to beat the stage. You need 3 pairs of wings to reach the end of the stage. And this is another stage that is identical for both... excuse me. This This stage is identical whether you're doing world record or safe strats, because world record strats are relatively safe. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to use a buffer jump again. You're going to jump immediately. You want to jump straight up. That is what spawns those wings. The trigger spot for it is this spot right here. If you try to go left immediately, you're not going to spawn them. See, nothing. It's that spot right here. So you got to jump straight up. And as soon as you see them, hit left and you'll catch them on your way down. And then when you hit the ground, you're going to have to shuffle your inventory over. Like basically it's jump, you'll grab the wings, it'll put it automatically on wings, and then when you hit right, it's going to put it on boots. So you're going to have to hit it twice more to get it back over to wings. So you have to do like a quick stutter step there to get over to wings. So it's just jump, grab wings, double stutter, and then burn your wings. And then you should still be on wings. Ideally, you just hold right through the whole thing once you do the double step. You just hold right. When this guy gets close, you shoot him, and then let the other one stay on screen. That despawns this thing's bullets. So you'll notice how it actually has bullets now. Huh. Okay. So I thought keeping those guys on screen actually despawned his hitbox. Apparently he just doesn't have a hitbox at the bottom of his sprite. Good death. So it looks like his hitbox is anything left of this point and up. So it's like only the top and front part of his sprite is actually his hitbox. Good programming. Eight pixels, I'd believe it. I always end up, I just hold right, so it doesn't, so you're not in any danger of getting hit. But 8 pixels sounds like it's probably right. But I always do it right from the ground there, and then I just hold straight right. That way you'll always be lined up for it. Come down, you can pretty much fly right through this thing. And then you can also get stuck in it. Help. the wings have some problems. Just putting that out there. Oh, I missed the platform. The wings have a couple of issues. We're just going to basically put Karnov's head right through that thing. You shouldn't end up touching him. When you come back up here... Oh, I did that wrong. So it's the same thing with this guy. You're just going to fly close to the ground so you go under his hitbox. And you'll have those guys following you so he won't spawn any bullets. So just kill that guy, fly under this guy's hitbox, put Karnov's head through the top, through that pillar, fly over that guy, his feet will touch him, fly up here, and you're just going to trigger this, like, you're basically just going to, ideally you don't go high enough to scroll the screen up an extra tile, but if you do, it's not a huge deal. But you basically just stay close to the ground, so you'll fly under this guy's hitbox. Make a save state. And from here, you're just going to fly down. You're going to line up with this K and grab it. You'll shoot that guy when he spawns. Grab these wings and shoot that guy when he spawns, and then start working your way back up. You want to put the screen scrolled all the way back up, and you're going to put it back on wings. You're going to stutter a little bit just to get it over there, and then when you're on wings, you hold right. So come down here, line up with that K, grab it, shoot that guy, shoot this guy and grab the wings, and then come all the way back up. You don't need those wings, don't worry about them. Stutter a little bit to get those wings back on, and as soon as they wear off, use them again. That way the camera never stops scrolling. When you get up here, grab the shield, use it, grab the boomerang, use it. You don't actually have to grab the shield, you're just doing it for fun, and then we're going to be on to the boss. Hey, Mora. So yeah, grab shield, use it, grab boomerang, use it. Line your feet up. This is the important part. The visual cue for this boss is you want to line Karnov's feet up with that fourth line. You can see it very clearly on screen right now. The bottom of Karnov's foot is lined up with that line. There is some leeway on it. I don't know whether it's up or down or both. But there is a little bit of leeway to it. So you don't have to be exact, but ideally this is what you want to be aiming for. And the other visual cue is basically you can see at the back of the screen, as like with all the other bosses, you can see at the very back of the screen, the platform is just starting, like the empty space behind the platform just disappeared. That's when the boss spawns. Also, it's important that you leave those two guys at the bottom of the screen on screen, because if you don't, you spawn fax machine. Uh-oh, is there solid ground down here? There is not. So yeah, if you kill them, you're gonna spawn fax machine. And nobody wants to spawn fax machine. So again, grab your shield, grab your boomerang, line up with the very bottom of this. When the platform reaches the very back, that's when you throw your boomerang. Hey, Murdoch, thank you for the 9 months. Yes, Karnovember. And about those 11 games last week, and I played 10 games, not 11. I'm not that much of a madman. But thanks for the resub, Murdoch. Appreciate that. You're getting very close to the You're getting very close to that 12 months. Well, I say very by 3 months. 3 months, 12 months, it's the same thing, right? I can numbers, I swear. But yeah, line up with that fourth line, and when the platform reaches the back of the screen, throw the boomerang, boss dies. And then just hold down afterwards so you hit the ground sooner. How did I do at Kuso? I lost. I very much lost. I made it somewhat into stage 2, and that was it. He made it to stage 3. Alright, so to do the whole stage, you're just going to buffer jump into it, go straight up, spawn the wings, grab them, double tap to the right to put it on wings, shoot that guy when he gets close, fly under this guy's hitbox, and don't kill the other two. Put Karnov's head through a pillar, brush your feet on that gold guy, fly up, and be very close to that floor. Use your wings when the previous ones wear off. Kill those two guys as they come on screen. Grab that second pair of wings and that K earlier. That's what you line yourself up with. When you get up to here, double tap to put yourself on wings. Use them as soon as they wear off, so you don't lose any camera time. You can use the shield if you want. You don't have to, but use the boomerang. Line yourself up with the fourth line, and then when the platform reaches the back of the screen, you throw the boomerang and the boss dies. I think I said everything I wanted to. Actually get a save state. Hey, Gangrel! Thanks for the 7 months. You lost your beard? How'd you lose your beard? How do you lose a beard? Did you just misplace it? Maybe it's you should check the closet. It might be in there. Don't run with clippers. Noted. We'll remember not to run with clippers. Okay. So that was stage 8. 1 stage to go. We're on to stage 9. If I can get this done in under 3 hours, I'll be amazed. So stage 9 is the longest stage, and it's the biggest stage. So the first thing here is that the spawn trigger, here. So you want to jump basically at the edge of this statue, and that'll put you over that spawn trigger. And then there's another one basically right here. So same deal, jump at the edge of this statue as well. That way you go over both spawn triggers. So edge of the statue, edge of this statue, that way you don't deal with any of those enemies. The bats are going to spawn. Now again, this is more meant for people newer to the game who just want to be able to complete runs, so I'm not going to be doing the stupid jump in this stage that can cost you your entire run. We're going to be doing the easier version of it. And you should, with this route, you shouldn't take any hits before getting to the boss, which gives you a bit of leeway to deal with him. So jump at the edge of the statue, jump at the edge of the statue. Then what you're going to do here is you're not going to use the boots yet. You're going to jump all the way up these ladders. You're going to mash this guy down. You're going to mash that guy down. Not quite like I did, though. Because I didn't, obviously, I didn't actually mash him down. About a second. Oh, right, that's why you don't kill Bat. Oh, I can show you jump now. Like, if you want, I can show the jump now. But I wouldn't recommend this for somebody just starting the game. So that's stupid jump. And you have to be shooting in order to get the camera to scroll the correct directions. If you're not shooting, it will scroll back down faster and you won't make the jump. That is why it's stupid jump. And the timing on it's a little bit picky. But for more newbie-friendly strats, you're going to skip that jump. You're going to go up the left side instead. Mash that guy down. Then you use your boots up here. Jump across this. You'll land on the stairs. If you do a frame-perfect jump, you can get all the way across it. Just keep jumping to take out those guys. I did that section wrong, though. I was supposed to jump a little bit earlier than that. Just ignore the bats. They shouldn't hit you. You want one of them to spawn so you don't spawn an extra enemy after. But use your boots. Jump across this pit. I got the frame-perfect jump, apparently. I wasn't trying for it. So you jump out. As soon as you hit the ground there, jump again. This section, you're probably not going to be jumping over the guys. You'll just be killing them. I don't know. I haven't done these strats in a while, so I'm actually kind of half forgetting what's supposed to happen. Damn it. Why am I taking a hit there? I got frame-perfect jump again. Okay, so getting frame-perfect jump messes things up a little bit because you're much farther back on the screen. So try not to get frame-perfect jump. Frame-perfect jump means you actually made it all the way across the pit without falling into it and having to jump up the ladder. Wow, I scrolled. Also, if you don't get frame-perfect jump, jump as soon as you touch the ladder, because if the screen scrolls down too much, you're gonna have what just happened to me. I'm sure that was good English, but you get the gist. Wow, I am having problems with this stage, and I shouldn't be. These are supposed to be easier strats, but I don't have muscle memory for non-easy strats. Oh! Okay, that time it wasn't me. That was literally the game eating like 3 inputs. So just mash him down. Jump close to the end, but not quite at the end of it. And you'll end up in front of these guys instead. So you won't take any hits from the... Oh god, why were all those spawned? There's not supposed to be 6 of those guys spawned right there. Oh my god. Now it's just eating inputs. And unfortunately, this game does eat a few inputs sometimes. I can't explain why. I mean, granted, I could just say because Karnov and leave it and call it a day, because that's probably right. Why, game? Please. Please stop eating inputs so I can show them how to actually do this stage. That'd be great. This is a really bad stage to have inputs eaten on, too. I could theoretically blame the controller because it has been giving me some phantom inputs, but in Karnov's case, I know it does eat inputs on its own. That time I let the screen scroll down too far. Like, I want to say these are easier strats, but they might not be. Help! Help! Oh god! Why? Why is everything spawning? YouTube, no, but I will be highlighting it here. And I'll post a link to it on Twitter, along within the Karnov Ember Discord. I don't remember how to do these strats. Like, legitimately don't remember how to do the old strats. This is great. I'm trying to say these are safer and I can't do them. Like, you're supposed to be basically at the front of the screen so you don't end up hitting that guy. Or maybe I didn't... Maybe I didn't? I don't remember anymore. And I don't remember when to jump for that guy either. Okay, you know something? Fuck it. We're just gonna go ahead and say safe strats are stupid jump because I don't know how to do it otherwise. Because I legitimately don't remember how I used to do older strats. I just legit don't remember anymore. So I can't call them safer if I can't frickin' do them. So for stupid jump strats, you need to make sure it's on boots. So you'll have to probably stutter step at the beginning of the stage. You jump up twice, you use the boots as soon as you land here. You don't want to use them before because you need... this jump has to have a very specific camera height to it. And the way to get it to function is that you jump twice up the ladder and then use the boots immediately. And then jump the third time, preferably not getting hit by a bat. So, jump twice, use them, jump up. When you get to the edge of the platform, jump and just mash. The only problem with these strats is that you're going to probably take a hit. And there's nowhere to get a hit back here. But I can give you a safer strat for the final boss that shouldn't cause you any problems. It's a 6 cycle. It is slower than doing the faster 3 cycle. But the 3 cycle, if you don't have a spare hit to take, is really tight and a big pain in the ass. So again, just to show this off, you're going to stutter a little bit to get it on boots. Probably, sometimes it'll start on boots and you don't have to do it. I don't know what causes that. But jump twice, use the boots, jump again. Jump towards the edge of the platform, mash the crap out of your fire button. When you reach the edge of this, wait a moment, then jump out. You want to be as close to the front of the screen as you can get. You'll tank a hit here, you jump right about when you get hit. Wall? Wall, you and I need to have some words. Because a bomb just went off. Half a bomb. I apparently... I need a drink. So the bomb didn't explode the wall. And, in addition to this, I have half a bomb icon in my inventory. Karnov, everyone. Alright, so again, you're going to delay at the end of this a little bit, and then jump out. If you get lucky with the jumps, you can actually be all the way at the front, and you won't tank a hit right here. Or you, well, you'll still tank a hit, but... Alright, one more time. I know, from pow to bop. Not quite anything. One thing of note here, you cannot miss any of your jump inputs going up the ladder. If you do, you'll be a little bit... The bat's gonna hit you. Like, guaranteed. So you can't miss any of them. And you have to be fairly tight on them as well. And you have to be pretty close to the edge of that platform in order to make the jump across, too. So just delay a little bit, then jump. That bat I should have killed as soon as I landed. If you want to play it safe with the bat, just turn around and shoot him on your way down, rather than waiting until after you drop the bomb. Usually, I prefer to drop the bomb first because that I forgot to put it on boots. I prefer to drop the bomb first just so I get it on the ground faster. But it's definitely safer to shoot the bat first. So, delay, jump out. Ooh, that was way early. Screen, can you please scroll? Close enough. Uh-oh. Note, if that bat doesn't keep following you, you're gonna get birds and you're gonna get those little dudes. So, make sure the bat follows you. So safe strat here is you just turn and kill the bat and then drop the bomb as soon as you hit the ground. So I have no items left, which is good because you don't need any more. There is a Ghetto Starman here, and I want to make a save state so I can... Wow, the game just took forever to save state that. Crap. Okay, so the Ghetto Starman spawns when you step past this spot on the wall here. So you basically want to jump when you reach the second, like, little dent in the wall here. That'll jump you over his spawn trigger. And that guy, you can usually mash down his boulder and him without having to stop, but sometimes you won't quite get the boulder, and if you don't get the boulder, you get hit. Let's see if I can get one where I don't get it. Apparently, I'm just going to hit it every single time now. Okay. I apparently cannot screw this up. I waited super long and still didn't. Whatever. So just jump and mash and you'll probably kill both. And then with this guy, he can't hit you as long as you're on the ground. If you want to play it really safe, you can just stop and mash. Otherwise, you want to jump roughly when you reach this dent in the wall here. So basically, third one after you get up onto this platform. Oh, actually, that's a little early. You want to jump after it. If you don't kill him in the first jump, it's fine. You can kill him on the second jump without any big problems. And now the final jump into the boss room anyway. Or rather, the final jump to trigger the boss room. So the trigger for the boss room, for the wall opening, is right here. Is the spot I'm jumping over. You notice I have not opened the wall yet. When I land here, it opens. So you have to land on the left side of this platform in order to get this to spawn. Or to get the wall to open properly. So you have to jump pretty early, because if you jump... Oh, okay. I didn't shoot enough. If you jump too late, you will miss it. But generally, what you're looking for here, visual-wise, is basically after this little dent in the wall here. So the second dent after you get up to this step. You'll jump after this point. If you jump at it, you're going to end up landing on the platform again. So like maybe a full tile after it or so. Like it's hard to give a accurate point for jumping. But as long as you clear the edge of the platform and land on that spot, you're fine. But if you jump too late, you just go right over the trigger and you land past it, and then you have to go back to hit it instead. So jump just like a tile after it, you land right on the trigger, and then we're into the boss room. Anyway, save state in the air. So, going into the boss room, you actually want to jump and not walk it. Because that actually does end up being a bit faster. I need to hold right there. Good job eating my jump input. So, final boss. The easy strat for this is that you're not going to go for the 3 cycle. Wow, that guy rapid fire, that sucker. I haven't done it this way in a while either. This is relatively safe if I just remember how to do it. I didn't get him. So I believe it's just walk over like to the edge of this. There we go. That's the 6th cycle. So what you do is you jump in, and when the fight starts, walk over to the right edge of the platform, turn around, start mashing. Hi? Also, I do want to know, even if you can take a hit here, if you come in as red Karnov instead of blue, getting touched by one of the heads immediately kills you. They completely ignore your iframes and will just put you into blue and then immediately kill you afterwards. So keep that in mind if you do have a hit to take. Their projectiles operate normally, but the heads will insta-kill you no matter what. So at the beginning of the fight, walk to the right side of that, then start mashing, stand kind of in the middle, then walk over to the left side of it and start firing at him. Like you're just trying to manipulate their positions a little bit. But it's a pretty basic 6 cycle. Walk to the right side, mash a little bit, stand in the middle when he comes out, walk left a little bit. And that is your standard 6 cycle. So again, right side of the platform, turn around, mash, stand in the middle, then go to the left side and mash, stand in the middle again, let him pop down, do that. I know, great descriptions, but basically staying in the middle manipulates the heads to move into positions that are easy to shoot and easy to dodge as well. And you're just moving basically to the edge of this statue in the middle to give yourself enough time to react to them firing at you. How many hits did it take? 10 hits per head. It's exactly 10 hits. And it is possible to 3 cycle and basically kill each head in 1 cycle every time. The problem is, I can show you how to do a 3 cycle, but if you can't tank a hit, it gets a bit more complicated because the last head is really hard to do. Yep, when they turn red, it means you've actually killed it. And you just need to kill the other heads at that point. So, to show off how a 3 cycle works, ooh, that's not the right position. Ooh, that was also a bad position. I'm jumping too late. Getting the positioning off for this. Because they're supposed to be going way higher. Oh, I did get that upper one. I didn't get the left one. Ah. Oh, I didn't get the right one that time. Yeah, so this is what it's like to try and get a 3-cycle on this. You've got to get 10 hits per head the first time they come out, which is not the easiest thing. And you do not win ties. If you were to get the kill, but the bullet hits you, you still lose. That is how you 3-cycle it. The biggest problem is the third head. The first two you can basically manipulate into positions where you can hit them like you hit it like 5 times on the first jump and then 5 on the second, and their bullet will kind of go into a place where you don't have to worry about it. The third one, on the other hand, you can't manipulate into a good position to do that. At least not that I'm aware of. I can try it. Whoa! Okay, hi. He was pissed. What are you doing, buddy? That's not what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna see if I can do something with this top head. What is... I've never seen it do this before. Ah, the head's just... It's so high up there that I don't think you can get 10 hits that like that. What is this head doing? I literally don't understand this pattern. No. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get enough hits to do the second head like that. Almost, though. I was at 9. I don't know why he's doing this. I've never seen him do this before. I wonder if it's because I'm turning around. Yeah. I don't think it's quite possible. I mean, maybe somebody who's really good at mashing could do it, and it'd be a much safer way of doing this strat, of doing a 3-cycle, but I sure as hell can't. That's what I'm thinking, retro gaming. But that is effectively how a 3-cycle works. If you're decent at mashing, you can get it pretty reasonably. Like the strat behind it is you just start at the left side of this and jump. I'll try to explain it while I'm doing the fight. But you just start at the left side of this, jump, and then turn around and start firing at it. You want it at the highest point, and it's the same thing with this right one. Which one did I miss? But yeah, start at the left side of the statue. Mash that one down. Right side of the statue, do the same thing. You want to be up in the air earlier, though. You want to be up in the air early so you can get them to spawn higher. And then with the last one, ow. With the last one, you've got to mash and then jump at the very latest point. I missed him by like 1, didn't I? Yep. This is what it's like to try and go for a 3 cycle here. See, you do not win ties. Oh, I didn't actually kill that one. So you basically have to jump, and then you'll get your last shot while you're in the air. And yeah, that's a 3 cycle. The easier strat is obviously you just do it this way. Just walk to the right side, shoot it a bunch, jump up, walk to the middle, walk to the left side, shoot it a bunch, stand in the middle, go to the right a little bit, jump over that shot, stand in the middle, left side, middle again. Turn around and shoot this one. I think I got him there. And then this one, you just let him come down and you blast him. That's an easy 6 cycle. During the fight, if you have a hit to take and you're going for 3 cycle, you just let the 3rd head shoot you. Like, there's not really any other good places to take the hit. I mean, if you're just referring to the boss, if you're going for a 3 cycle, you just trade hits with the final head and let it shoot you. If you're just going to go for a 6 cycle, there's not really a place where you would take it because you're not going to be. You don't really need to. It's just there. It's just there as a safety, if you will. Wow, my mashing arm is now mostly warmed up. Yeah, the 3 cycle is a lot easier if you don't have to do that jump. But with current strats, it's very unlikely you're going to get here without taking a hit. Because of the way the stage is done. And because I couldn't remember how to do older strats, which didn't take a hit during the stage, we're just going with this, and I'm showing them how to do a pretty safe 6 cycle without taking any hits. Oop. What the hell is down here anyway? I haven't been down here in so long, I just literally don't remember. Hi? Hi? No, oh, fuck. Well, that's what's down there. Just for future reference, don't go down there. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for, Grub. You know, it's just an easier way to get into the run, get an idea of how it works, and then you can worry about 3-cycle later on when you've gotten a little bit better. You're a little bit potentially more confident in your mashing, and you understand like how. I mean, it's not like it's a terribly difficult game to understand. It's pretty simple in its own concept. But a 6-cycle is definitely a lot safer and a lot easier to do. Since it's literally just walk to the middle, or rather, start off, you're just doing everything by the statue. Right side, jump. Middle, left side. Middle, right. Middle, left. Get killed, because I'm a scrub. Right. Middle, left. Middle, right. Middle, left. Middle, right. And then just stand your ground. Very, very easy, relatively safe. And I'm gonna go into the menu here before it goes into the end because I can't get control back at that point. So, the entirety of stage 9. Jump at the edge of that statue, then at the end of that statue to jump over some spawns. You jump twice up the ladder, then use the boots. Then jump again. When you get to the edge of the platform, jump and mash shots. You actually get across. Messes with the camera, don't ask me why. Stop at the end of this, pause just for a moment, then start jumping. Make sure that bat stays with you so he despawns everything else. Drop your bomb. Jump at the second star. I did some things wrong in this stage, but whatever. It's close enough. Just like that. That is how stage 9 goes. Congratulations, the end. It only took me almost 3.5 hours to get here. Totally world record strats, guys.